Hustling.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. So the net starting five. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's KD in at the 4 slot. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Now here is Harris. Outside for Griffin. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go. And Philadelphia the other way now.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, Jay, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep it guessing.
Embiid, no good.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
Harris up top, guarded by Embiid. The 3 from Harden. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Outside, Green. To the inside, Embiid. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaway. Is there a more entertaining player in this league than Joel Embiid? I mean, on the court, he's a 7+ footer who can do it all. Off the court, no one better on social media.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simmons against Harden. On the wing, Green. No good with the triple. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. From deep, Harden. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. With 1 on the clock, and that one is good.
I mean, at almost 7 feet tall, Simmons is hard to contain. The defense has to push him farther away.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So for Brooklyn now, out there with Green, then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Hill passes to Milton. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
Oh, it's going to take more than that to stop Howard. He's excellent at fighting off the defense.
Harden against Hill. from past the arc. And James Harden with the three. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Hill kicks to Milton. 36 seconds left here in the second. That one good for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Claxton. He feeds it to Harden. Over Milton. That one off the back iron and out.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Here's Korkmaz. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll be back right after half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And from what we... And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And that one's good. Durant.
Putting on a clinic on the offensive end, getting into the thick of the defense. Durant is so crafty, so skilled.
Passes it to Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 5 points so far.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Curry with a wide-open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, one play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
The three from KD. The shot off that time, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Simmons, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
The 76ers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That's good from Simmons.
You know, when it's clear Simmons is a unique player. He's 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for James Harden. Simmons against Durant. And here's Brown outside. And Embiid pulls it down. Now the pass to Maxey. Here's the teardrop. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They storm through the end of the quarter on a 9-0 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Green. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3. Here's Irving. And a miss there off the inbound. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Simmons. Count it. Good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Durant against Simmons. Over Simmons. They grab their own miss. Green, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Harris looking it over. Baseline J on the way. The 3 from Hill. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Timeout called. The Nets. They're trailing by 12. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Green, he's checked in for Maxey. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown. On the inbound, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Amazing awareness. He's committed to keeping his eyes up and teammates involved. That's the type of player Griffin is.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the 76ers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Hill passes to Simmons. The kick out to Hill. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Hill's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Hill against Harden. Offensive rebound, Nets. Here's Harris. And he gets the bucket. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here is Hill. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly